All right, this is going to be a fairly quick one because we just have a couple of definitions, and then how I'm going to be asking you to do these problems is fairly simple. First of all, two or more equations that represent the constraints in the same system form a system of equations. Curly bracket is often used to indicate a system. The solution to a system of equations is a pair of values that makes all of the equations in the system true. Graphing the equations is one way to find the solution to a system of equations. Because remember, every point on a line is a solution to the equation of the line that graph came from. So every point on this blue line is a solution to the equation for the blue line. Every point on the black line is a solution to the equation from the black line, which means that this point right here is a unique and special point. It's a point on both lines, which means it's a solution to both equations, which means it is the pair of values that make both of these equations true at the same time. So, the point where two graphs intersect give the pair of values that meets both constraints. So at a fabric store, fabrics are sold by the yard. A dressmaker spent $36.35 on 4.25 yards of silk. And cotton fabrics for a dress. Silk is $16.90 per yard, and cotton is $4 per yard. We have two different constraints. She spent this much money on silk, which costs $16.90 per yard, and $4 per yard. So if you take a look at this equation here, this right here is our cost constraint. We also know that she got a total of 4.25 yards. So if X and Y are silk and cotton, you combine the amounts that she bought together of both of those, and we get our amount. Now, I'm saying cost constraint, amount constraint. Those are not necessarily technical terms, but they just represent different things in our situation. So, what does the solution to the system represent? Well, solution to a system of equations is a pair of numbers that replace the variables that make both equations true at the same time. X and Y. What do X and Y represent? Find the solution to the system of equations. Graph them. You can take these equations and rewrite them in slope-intercept form and then graph them. Or you know what else we can do? We can just graph them on Desmos and look for where the two lines cross each other. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do if you're in Mr. Van's math class. So, use Desmos. If you have any questions, let me know.